Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today's video we are checking out the brand new Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames booster box. This booster box is currently going for a whopping $300 on the secondary market. And here's the interesting thing, I actually don't think that's very worth it. I gave the Mega Evolution booster box high praise, and it was mainly thanks to the Bulbasaur box topper and a really awesome set, but I actually think Phantasmal Flames is actually kind of lackluster. Sure, there's a $1,000 Charizard card somewhere inside of this specific booster box, so I'm very excited to pull it. I already got myself a stack of top loaders ready for all of the amazing pulls that we are going to pull inside of our $300 booster box. But outside of the super expensive Charizard card, is there anything else I really want from Phantasmal Flames? Not really. There's a couple of decent illustration rares, and certainly some of the artworks are solid, but it's really Charizard or nothing inside of this set, which is a little bit boring. If you look at Mega Evolution, if you look at Black Bolt and White Flare, if you look at Surging Sparks, Journey Together, I felt like there were just a variety of cards that I really wanted. And inside of Phantasmal Flames, frankly, I'm not a huge Charizard fan myself, but if I pull the SIR, I mean, it's still a really awesome SIR. But outside of that, there's just a couple of small illustration rares that I want, and I really don't think this set is going to be that big of a deal. It's a very okay Charizard set, certainly one with a very strong SIR, but I think it's not going to be as strong as people give this set credit for. We got ourselves Miss Magius EX. So let's see if we pull ourselves some decent hits. There's not that many SIRs inside of Phantasmal Flames, so the odds of you pulling one, and if it's a decent one, is actually pretty solid. I would also like to thank Whatnot for sponsoring today's video. If you'd like to purchase some awesome Phantasmal Flames booster packs, I do have some available inside of my Whatnot shop. All you gotta do is click the link down in the description to sign up to Whatnot to get yourself an immediate $15 in free credit. That's just free credit, free straight from Whatnot directly into your pocket. And I have a bunch of Phantasmal Flames booster packs that are going to be listed at below TCG Players market price. So if you're looking to purchase some booster packs of Phantasmal Flames and you want them for even cheaper than what you can find on secondary marketplaces, absolutely check out the link down in the description. You can purchase booster packs of Phantasmal Flames from me, Mega Evolution. We still have stocks of Astral Radiance, Lost Origin. If you sign up using Whatnot, you can purchase yourself some really awesome Lost Origin booster packs for way below the current market price, especially if you use your $15 free discount. And if you want to get some additional free booster packs of Phantasmal Flames, no way. Oh, the Mega Gengar EX, that is really cool. We are going to be doing a live stream later this week for the release of Phantasmal Flames this Saturday. It's going to be a ton of fun. We are going to be giving away over $500 in Phantasmal Flames packs, just free booster packs, zero catch to them at all. All you got to do is join the live stream and enjoy yourself. I also have a ton of really awesome Charizard cards that are going to be given away and also going up for $1 auction just to celebrate Phantasmal Flames, because we haven't had a Charizard set in a while. And wow, check that out. We got ourselves Flygon illustration rare. That's actually a pretty cool one. It kind of reminds me of the illustration rare inside of Black Bolt and White Flare, where it's not super crazy. It's a really cool illustration rare, but it's just kind of Flygon being Flygon, which is just how I see a lot of the Black Bolt and White Flare illustration rares. There's some that's really cool and out there, drawn by, you know, great artists like Shinji Kondo or something of that nature. But some of the other illustration rares are just a little bit more basic. There is some illustration rares that I do want inside of Phantasmal Flames. The Meowth is clearly going to be a fan favorite from this set, as well as I think the Piplup is going to be an adorable one. Wow, there's the regular Flygon. So yeah, if you want to check it out, we're going to have an awesome live stream later this week. And always, just always sign up, get yourself some $15 free credit. You know, you can't hurt with just free credit. That's just free going directly into your pocket if you purchase some booster pack. And the only reason I have packs available for sale is so that you guys can have an immediate access to utilize your $15 free credit so that you can purchase packs from a reputable source, which is me, and I will get you your booster packs. People always DM me when they pull something really awesome. They're like, look, Jake, look at what I got inside of your booster pack. Congratulations. I'm glad you got yourself rainbow or red Victini SIR. The monochrome Victini, that's what it was called. Man, I kind of want to call it the an SIR Victini, but it's not. They only made 3 monochrome cards, that being the Reshiram, the Zekrom, and the Victini, and they did it for Black Bolt and White Flare, and then they never touched that again. It's kind of a letdown. I mean, it's cool that they did it for those 3 cards, but I think they could have gone a little bit more experimental or exploratory with the monochrome cards. The fact that they did it for 3 specific cards and nothing else, some people are going to say that's really cool and special, and I'm just thinking more on the side of why though. You know, why would you do it for 3 cards and never touch them again? Some cool SIRs inside of this set. I think the Dawn one is really cool. Sacred Charm full art. I pulled this in the Japanese version of Phantasmal Flame, so here it is inside of the English version. The Dawn SIR looks really solid. The other ones aren't bad. It's not that any of the other SIRs inside of Phantasmal Flames are bad. You know, if you like Goth Lopunny, Mega Lopunny, that's what people call it. I think that's neat as well. It's just that the Charizard SIR is just so much better. There's just no other way to say it, you know? Some people might say, oh, you only want the Charizard SIR because it's expensive. I mean, it is expensive, but it's expensive because it's highly desirable. It's not just randomly expensive. It's very expensive because people do recognize it is very clearly the best art from the set. Wow, we got ourselves Nimble illustration rare. 2 illustration rares is pretty solid. If we can pull ourselves 4 illustration rares from this booster box, I'm going to say that's going above average. The Nimble is not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for closer to the Meowth and the Piplup. And there's a couple of other decent illustration rares inside of this set as well. It is kind of a small set. That's what I'll say about this, is that Phantasmal Flames is a very small set. And you're going to be seeing duplicates quite often, Mega Diancie. And that's my worry too. It's that there's only 94 cards inside of this set before you count the secret rares. 94 is a very low number. I don't think you need to rip open a ton of booster packs of Phantasmal Flames. And some people are going to say, well, Jake, I can't even get myself a single booster pack of Phantasmal Flame. Hey, you might be able to get some if you join my live stream later this week, giving away over $500 in Phantasmal Flames packs. But if you can't even get your hand on a single Phantasmal Flames booster pack, I completely understand. I just think that people are going to get burned out on this set pretty quickly. You know, I can open up 100 booster packs of Crown Zenith and not be bored, because I'm just experiencing good hits and constant streams of new cool cards that I'm looking at. But I don't think Phantasmal Flames is anywhere near that kind of quality. One good card does help out the set, you know. Clearly, we can all talk about how good the Charizard SIR is. But from a pack opening experience, I think it's a little bit of you hit the best card or you get a bunch of duds. And until we hit our big card, the booster boxes are going to be kind of duds. Looking at the pull rate, I am currently guessing that the pull rate for the Charizard SIR, as well as the Charizard MUR, which is clearly worse than the Special Illustration Rare version, both of these 2 cards, the odds of you pulling one is going to be roughly 1 in every single 600 booster pack, which is actually kind of solid. That's not that bad of a pull rate, you know? If you think about Prismatic Evolutions, where the odds of you pulling yourself a Sunbreon is way, way over 1,000 booster pack, you know, being below 600 booster pack to pull yourself the Charizard is still a ton of booster packs. That's 3 cases of Phantasmal Flames to see maybe 1 Charizard on average, and a single case of Phantasmal Flames is what, $2 grand right now. So you got to spend yourself $6,000 in terms of market price to pull yourself $1,000 Charizard card. It's not a very good proposition if you think about it. I suppose if you do that, you do get yourself pretty much the whole entire set. And there's always the small chance you don't even pull yourself a single Charizard card, which would be really, really bad to be spending $6,000. At that point, just pick up the singles. But everyone already knows that picking up singles is the way to go in terms of value. So what I mean is that right now, the odds of you pulling the Charizard card is not terrible compared to other sets like Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade, Paldea Evolve, Prismatic Evolutions. The odds of you pulling the Charizard is actually pretty decent. And the reason for that is not because the set is that small. Well, it kind of is. It's specifically the numbers of SIRs are small. There's only 5 to 6 other SIRs. It depends if you count the Mega Ultra Rare as one or not. But if you don't, it's really not that many SIRs. And because there's not a ton of SIRs, the odds of you pulling any specific SIR is pretty solid. I'll tell you what's terrible, our pull rate. I mean, 2 illustration rares, solid, but I don't know. I'm not super happy about this right now. These packs are expensive. You guys know that these packs are going for like $10 on TCG Player right now. Every single booster pack of Phantasmal Flames is $10. That is ridiculous, you know. It's just too much money for people to spend, which is why some people are not spending their money on Pokemon cards right now, and that's fair enough. So yeah, there's not a ton of SIRs inside of this set, so the odds of you pulling any specific SIR is a little better because you only have 5 or 6 to pick from. So if you do get an SIR hit, the odds of you seeing the Charizard is a little bit better compared to other sets. You know, they could mess with the pull rates a little bit, like your odds of pulling yourself the Lopunny or the Dawn SIR is double your chance of pulling the Charizard, but that would just be the worst. I hope they don't do something like that, because obviously they know the Charizard is the most popular one. But if they were to make it so that the odds of you pulling the Charizard is double or twice as hard as any other SIR, that'd be just the most annoying thing. We got ourselves Toxtricity. Man, I'm still not pulling the SIR, the illustration rare that I specifically want. But our pull rates for illustration rare is really solid. 3 illustration rares in our first 24 packs is very solid. That's above average in terms of illustration rare pull rate. If we pull one more illustration rare, we are technically going absolutely above average. The odds of you pulling yourself an SIR is very low. Right now, it's about 1 in every 2 to 3 booster box. You're going to see yourself 1 single special illustration rare. So inside of 3 booster box case, which is 18 booster boxes, I said you'd probably see the Charizard. And the reason you'd probably see the Charizard in 3 booster box case is because you're probably going to pull yourself roughly 6 to 7 SIR. And after pulling yourself 7 SIRs, hopefully at least one of those is the Charizard. It's very possible you could also end up with a scenario where you get yourself 3 Mega Lopunny special illustration rares, you know. And even if you want one of those, you probably don't want 3. You probably prefer seeing yourself 3 Charizard SIR. Very cool cards. If you get that card in a black label, I'm sure you're sitting on, I don't know, 25 grand worth of value. Ooh, we clearly pulled some kind of mega card. Let's see if we pull ourselves a duplicate or a new one. I hope it's a new one. And maybe a Charizard. Oh, a second Mega Gengar EX. All right, we'll take that. I don't know if Mega Gengar is currently competitively viable. I do think it is. Is that the same one that you get inside of the starter deck? I do know that there's a Mega Gengar starter deck that's going around right now, or a pre-built deck. And if you get that card inside of the pre-built deck, it's going to make it so that's not really worth it to pull it inside of Phantasmal Flames. And the reason it's not worth it is because it's just available inside of a deck. So I think the Mega Gengar is clearly going to be some of the ones with the most potential. Watch out for this card. Watch out for the Mega Gengar. You never know with Gengar. Some previous Mega Gengar Ultra Rares or regular Gengar cards have really spiked through the roof in terms of value. Just regular ones are going for hundreds of dollars now from years ago. So is it possible for this Mega Gengar card to spike as well? I actually do think it's possible. So just watch out for this one. You never know with Gengar. You can never underestimate Gengar. Not anymore. Alright, We're down to about 5 booster packs, so we're really looking for some last pack magic. If I don't pull anything good, I'm not surprised by it. I'm usually surprised when I do pull something good. Some people call it content creator or streamer luck. I don't think it's true. I've ripped open thousands of booster packs, so every now and again we get lucky, but it's going to happen. If you open up a couple thousand booster packs, you're clearly going to get some level of hits. The Oricorio EX, that's not too bad. This card, the SIR version of it, is going to be inside of the Mega Charizard X UPC that's going to be coming out in the next week or two, so be on the lookout for that as well. It's probably going to be a pretty expensive card just because Shinji Kanda is very popular, but it's going to be available inside of every single UPC, so how expensive could that possibly be, you know? You never know with Shinji Kanda cards, though. All of his cards are pretty expensive. Even the less popular ones are still pretty expensive. We got ourselves Vileplume, and we're down to 2 booster packs. We did not pull ourselves our 4th illustration rare, and we haven't pulled ourselves a single SIR. So if I don't pull another hit inside of these final 2 packs, this box is below average, which happens every now and again. You're welcome. I took up a bad box for you guys, so I took one for the team. You didn't have to take this box. Final booster pack, we got ourselves Mega Gengar. Really cool SAR, not inside of Phantasmal Flames. I think Phantasmal Flames actually needed the Mega Gengar. That's crazy to think, but I don't think the Charizard is just enough for this set. It's not a bad set, but it could have been better. It needed that Mega Gengar to just give it one more hit to really chase for. Eternatus, Haunter. Ooh, this card. Oh, actually, we got ourselves a Miss Magius EX. Wow, that was a pretty bad booster box. Absolutely nowhere near $300 worth of value, which I think is actually going to be the norm. If you're expecting to make your money back from your Phantasmal Flames box, I think that's going to be really, really hard. So this box, specifically Phantasmal Flames, the margin or the gap between a good box and a bad box is going to be really far apart, because the only way this box can be good is if you pull specifically one of the big Charizard cards, the Mega Ultra Rare or the SIR. In a couple of weeks, every single other illustration rare or SIR is probably going to be incredibly cheap, and there's going to be 2 expensive cards, the Mega Ultra Rare and the SIR. And if you don't pull either of those 2 cards, you're not going to make your money back from your Phantasmal Flames booster box. Just be aware of that. You're ripping these with a lot of luck in mind, because you have to pull 2 very, very specific cards to even make anywhere near your value back. I'm just giving you that warning, is that you're ripping this open. You're doing it because you just enjoy opening up packs, which I do, which is why I've opened up thousands of packs. And we are going to be opening up some more Phantasmal Flames later this week on my live stream, where we are giving away a ton of Phantasmal Flames booster pack. If you watched till the very end, I might as well share with you some of the cards that we are going to have up for stream. The card that you're going to be able to win inside of the giveaway is going to be a PSA 10 Lance's Charizard V from Celebration. I think this card's really cool, and it's kind of popping off right now. It is a cool card, so we are just straight up giving that card away, by the way, so it's not even going to go up for auction or anything of that nature. But we do have some other cool cards going up for auction. We got ourselves a Charizard V-Star PSA 10. We also have ourselves a Shiny Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. These are going to be going up for $1 auction, which I think is really cool. We also got ourselves a Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. And we also got ourselves a Charizard V Max Shiny from Shining Fates. This was a big chase card a while ago. A bunch of really cool cards. All these Charizards are going up for $1 auction. And I hope you guys get some really good deals from me. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys get some better hits than I have inside of my Phantasmal Flames booster box. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Always appreciate you.